What's up, guys? You're here with Goran from Pickdawgz, and thank you for joining me here for your free picks for the Europa League on Thursday, February 22nd. Well, guys, it's the second legs of the round of 16th. Uh, we have some interesting games coming up. We had some high-scoring games last week. I think we'll have some as well this week, and it should be another exciting day. As far as the Champions League goes, it wasn't two good days, I gotta be honest. Some teams were underperforming by a lot. Arsenal lost to Porto without producing a single shot on target in that game. They were highly disappointing and they deserve to lose that one. As far as more free picks goes, guys, go up to the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel and check it out. Stay tuned for more free picks coming up for soccer. We have another busy weekend ahead, so stay tuned for that, guys. Feel free to leave a comment. Of course, hit that like button and subscribe. For my best bets, click the link in the description, and that will get you up to my page where you can sign up, get a daily pass, 3-day pass, 7-day pass, or even a month-long pass if that's something you want to do. Let's get this show on the road, guys. We have 8 games on the schedule, and we are going to kick it off with Karabakh versus Braga. Karabakh managed to surprise Braga last week by beating them 4-2 on the road. And you know what? Braga doesn't have a lot of time to wait around in this game. If they want to get a chance to qualify for the next stage, if they want to catch up to Karabakh, they have to score goals here and that will potentially leave them wide open for Karabakh's counterattacks. And with that in mind, guys, keeping it simple, over 2.5 goals at minus 139. Freiburg and Lens was one of the worst games last week. Well, depends on your view of soccer, I guess. For me, it was one of the worst games. It ended in a nil-nil draw. There wasn't much effort from either side. And I don't know. This one, to be honest, I don't expect it to be much different. Lens is now on a two-game draw streak. Freiburg is on a two-game draw streak, and I do expect another defensive performance from both teams. Uh, can we get something out of this game? I'm not sure. I feel like this one could go potentially to the overtime and penalty shootout. And with that in mind, guys, I'm gonna take first half draw at plus 110. Red is hosting Milan in the next matchup in this Europa League competition, and it seems like Milan got the job done last week by beating Rennes 3-0 at home. But Rennes is back on the winning track by beating Clermont 3-1 in the French League One, and that was at home as well. And Rennes at home is a very, very solid team. They're scoring a lot of goals when playing at home. While Milan on the road, let's be honest, is not a good defensive team, and they're coming into this game with a few injuries, and that could potentially be a big problem for them because if Rennes gets on the scoreboard early, and I think that potentially they could do that because they're a great team, like I said, at home. Uh, I think that we could have ourselves a game here. So Milan will have to try to get on the scoreboard as well. And for that reason, I'm going to take both teams to score in over 2.5 at plus 112 in this game in France. We have another matchup in France, this time between Toulouse and Benfica. Benfica was able to win at home 2-1 last week. As a matter of fact, they've never lost to Toulouse in the past, but you know what? Toulouse was actually quite solid in their game against Monaco this past weekend in the French League One. They were able to beat them 2-1, and this is going to be a huge confidence boost for this team. They're playing at home against Benfica, who hasn't lost any of their last 6 games, but Benfica has been conceding goals uh, quite steadily over the last few weeks. And because Toulouse still has to chase the result, I think that they will put everything on offense in this game, and with that in mind, I'm gonna go with both teams to score in this one at minus 154. The reason why I'm not going with the over 2.5 as well is because I could see this game ending in a 1-1 draw, and that is the reason why I'm taking both teams to score. Roma and Feyenoord had an interesting game last week in the Netherlands that ended in a 1-1 draw. And you know what? Feyenoord is playing better and better with every game. They're now undefeated in their last 9 games, coming off of a win against Valvik, only 1-0, but still it was a win. And they're coming into this matchup against Roma in a pretty good form. As far as Roma goes, they did get a win against Frosinone 3-0. They haven't been playing particularly well in that game, but they were quite effective and they were able to keep a clean sheet, which is going to be a huge confidence boost for them on that defensive end ahead of this game. Now, the first leg ended in a 1-1 draw, like I said. In this one, I do expect a little bit of a harder performance on the defensive end for both teams. And with that in mind, I think we might see a bit of a rough football here. So I'm going to take over 4.5 cards at minus 133. For our next matchup, guys, we are going to go to Prague, where we have Sparta Prague hosting Galatasaray. Galatasaray got a red card in that game last week, maybe even two red cards. I'm not sure. Let me just pull it up real quick. But they still managed to get a win that ended in a 3-2 for them. Sparta Prague also got a red card in that second half. And I think this could be another very good game in my opinion because Sparta Prague is not behind. They have to chase the result. While Galatasaray hasn't lost any of their last 14 games, and they're scoring a lot right now. They have scored at least 3 goals in each of their last 2 games. They have scored 12 goals in their last 4 games, kept 3 clean sheets over the last few weeks, and Galatasaray is in a great goal scoring form. But so is Sparta Prague, who actually got back on the winning track by beating Slovan in that Czech Republic League. And I once again expect a great and a high scoring game, to be honest. So I'm going to take over 2.5 at minus 143. I will also take both teams to score in over 2.5 or like half a unit. I don't know why I was scared to take this one as my official pick here, but I think this is going to be a great game, and I think we're going to see some goals in this one. Sporting is hosting Young Boys, and Young Boys is actually a decent team. They are back on the winning track. They got a 1-0 win against Lausanne. But you know what? Sporting is on a higher level right now, not just compared to Young Boys. They are on a higher level compared to every other team in the Portuguese Primeira Liga. They are on a 5 game winning streak. They have been scoring a ton of goals, at least 2 in each of their last 5 games. They have conceded only one, and that was against Young Boys last week. They're coming off of another win against Moreirense. And I think they will win this one. They did win last week 3-1. They will just put the final nail in the coffin that is Young Boys. And I think that they will get another win. So I'm going to take Sporting to win it over 2.5 goals at minus 128. And the last pick of this video is between Marseille and Shakhtar. The last game of the Europa League round of 16. The first leg ended in a 2-2 draw. Marseille just fired a head coach Gattuso just a couple of days ago. They already hired a new one. I'm not sure how much he can do here, but you know what? I think this could be another very interesting game here as well. We I don't know. I think that Marseille is a very sloppy team defensively right now, and that potentially is a chance for Shakhtar, who hasn't played a game in the National League, and they haven't played a game since that game against Marseille last week, and they have a huge rest advantage here compared to Marseille. But with Marseille being at home, I do expect them to step it up, at least try to step it up a little bit. So I'm gonna go with both teams to score here at minus 139. I think that Marseille does not deserve to be such a big favorites that they are. I think that Shakhtar will have a decent chance here at qualifying for the next stage, but I don't think they can do it by keeping a clean sheet. So Marseille versus Shakhtar, both teams to score. That's it, everyone. These were free picks for the Europa League. Thank you for joining me here. There is a video with the Conference League picks as well, so check it out, guys. Make sure you subscribe, like I said, hit that like button, and of course, stay tuned for more free picks coming up soon.